What's up, legends? It's Sion. We back. All right, so I want to talk about a few things. Now, we did the last video. We talked about the pack, and I probably tested the worst pack that you can probably test in this, but we're going to talk about that at the end. A lot of people are struggling a little bit with how to gear their characters and level up on their power. Now that you're at 50, and majority of us have finished the campaign by now, or maybe have not finished the campaign, this will actually help you out. The way gear works in this game and the way that items work in this game is they need to be upgraded, and you can do one or two things at this point. It might be a little bit easier over the course of time to rank up a 4-star item and go after, ranking up the 4-star, going all the way up to, I believe, 65 on gear, and that makes it equivalent and pretty strong compared to a 5-star piece of gear. It'll pretty much a 65 4-star is equivalent to like a 50 or 55 5-star gear. Now 5-star gear is actually a little bit tedious to get up that way. So if you want to go after, leveling up a 4-star gear piece that has some pretty good stats on it, like if it's for a tank, like if for your Cicero, and it has like, I had some 4-star gear that had excellent stats on it, like it had like 25% damage reduction, and the damage reduction was stacked up, and I had that on my Cicero for a while, and I took it off, and I kind of regret it a little bit because I didn't quite get that back yet on the armor set in the 5-star. It's a lot harder to level up your 5-star gear to that point because you have to get 4 stars and then level up to 4 stars and then get the 4 stars to 5 stars, and then you have to actually get the proper set, the proper stats to actually, gear up and actually start leveling that proper stat. And what I mean by proper stats is like you need like defense, of course, right there. But if you're going to be in a tank slot, you're probably going to want damage reduction, or maybe block rate or healing received, like this stuff. This raw defense stat is okay, and the only reason why this is still here right now is because I don't have anything else to put there at this point. So it's like it's better just to have it there just for the defense and keep her alive than not have it there at all. But if I get a 4-star stat that is attack, which is pretty much what Ren does, if it's attack, like attack percentage or damage done or crit rate or crit damage, and it's a 4-star, I'm just going to max that 4-star as best as I can to kind of take advantage of that, because it's easier to do that over the long run than it is to actually do the 5 stars. So just keep that in mind. This kind of works the same way as the SRs and the SSRs work. And I don't think that anybody actually really talked about that when it came to gear. It becomes, you kind of go after the 5 stars because they're nice and they have pretty good stats on them sometimes, but it's actually really hard to get resources to do that. Now, speaking of which, resources, because I see a lot of people saying that they're struggling getting resources. You have to take advantage of everything in this game. Like I say that, but people don't really do it. When it comes time when you don't want to play and you just want to spam out and like go to sleep or something like that, you should always be using your friends and your actual auto, because that builds up your friend points and allows you to be able to buy AP. Same thing with PvP. Even if you lose in PvP, do not ignore PvP, because PvP will allow you to actually buy 100. If you go into the PvP shop, let's go ahead. Let's go to the shop. Actually, this is the friend shop, but you go over here, you see I've already spammed this out. And the same thing in PvP. The PvP has 100 there, and it's only 500. It doesn't happen there all the time. So keep that in mind, that in the PvP shop, it won't always be there, but when it's there, unload, buy as much AP as you can, and start going places that you can farm. Now, with that said, like I told you guys before, on the missions, start looking at your achievements and figuring out which is going to get you achievement. You see my light is up to that. I'm going to get 10 there. My arena times, I'm going to get stuff for that. My raids, stuff for that. Definitely keep going in all to your raid. AP usage, again, you're going to get stuff for that. So as long as you're constantly playing the game, See me earning Arn was the same thing as grinding. You grind and get, you know, currency that way as well. As long as you are steadily playing the game was going to continuously give you currency. It's not going to just leave you dick that you can't earn currency. Like this, it's very easy to earn currency, and that goes the same way when it comes to actually being able to earn gear. Now, what I do for earning gear, I do two things. It's a twofold plan. You can either farm 8-10 hard, hoping for a shard, but if you want to build gear faster, because this is actually hoping for character shards, but if you want to build gear faster, you go to story and go to one of the quicker. You can either go to 13, which is a quick boss. Usually 13-10 is a quick boss if you're strong enough and you already completed everything. You just get in, kick his ass, and get out. You don't get any fairy orbs or anything else like that, but it's fast. It's fast. It gives you the gold. It gives you, you know, just normal summon heroes, and it gives you gear fast. You can turn around and you can level up that gear and use that currency. Well, not currency. You can turn around and level up that gear, like the 3 stars and everything else like that, and use the normal 1 and 2 stars, and even the 3 stars if you want to, as fodder to level up with the gear. You see the same thing over here if you want to go to this one, and then you go after that, and then you get water fairies, which you can use to level up water characters if you see fit, or if you need to actually knock out killing these water units for the achievement and everything else like that. Regardless, you're going to be good. Now the same is said when it comes to the special event. Now, if we're going to always have these types of events, this is always going to be good, because this is going to be for your accessories. It works good. Now, me personally, I don't do hard because it costs more, and it costs me more time to actually do that. I just go and, I mean, extreme. I'm sorry. I don't do extreme. I go in here on this one. Now, this is going to build up over the course of time your fire catalyst, which is extremely good. You see, this gives even more gold actually than the normal one. So you just build up gold, like, because everybody always asks me, you always have gold. I always have gold because I keep spamming out the special events. Really easy. Of course, you get the currency, you get your heroes, and then you also have your equipment upgrade, as you can see right here, and then +2. So it's going to actually help you out overall when it comes to spamming out, getting your accessory stuff up, and then on top of that, you'll be able to beat up all these characters for Earth and just get your Earth achievement just sky high, along with your gold Arn achievement sky high. Build up your fire catalyst so you don't never have to really worry about fire catalyst. You have a bunch of fodder to use on whatever the hell you want to use it on if you want to sell it. So gold is never an issue. I keep saying gold. Arn is never an issue in this game whatsoever. Period. You should never be out of Arn unless you're just upgrading every character you see for no reason. There's no reason to be doing that. All right, so as long as you're doing this stuff, there's no reason like for you to be struggling gear wise. Your gear should always be fine. It should always be progressing toward 4 and 5 star. Now on the other side of that, you need to be taking advantage of your raid. Now mine is actually on cooldown right now, but it's literally for the video. It probably just got there because I've been spamming. Go to where, like, people say you should always go to 6-7 and just be whatever else. I don't agree with that, because you can, this chance is, unless you have people to come and hop in with you, that's not going to work out for you. You should always go to where that you can at least do 50% and make sure that you are getting first to second. If you're going to 7 and 8 and barely doing any damage and getting curb stomped, like, for one, you're not helping. And 2, like, you're not getting any benefit out of that. You're just wasting your slot. I'd rather make sure that I get 4 and 5 star drops than try to go after some magical drop that I might actually get, like, because you can actually get something from like 7 to 8 raids very rarely, but you're just, at that point, you're just being carried. Don't expect people to carry you. That's not fair to other gamers. Go to where that you know that you're going to be. If you can only do 5 and 6 solo, do 5 and 6 solo until you get strong enough doing all these methods that you can hold your own and start busting ass. With that said, each of these bosses have characters that screw them. Young Gleck screws Fafnir. pretty much anybody single target busts Fafnir's ass. The same thing with Liedstein, but Liedstein takes more damage from, I believe, Earth. So have somebody in their Earth. Like I'm working on Rin now, getting Rin to 65, so this is going to be a thing. And then Vetter needs a water unit to come in, whoop on his ass. So we have the new water units in there, and if you have any water unit that can come in there, I have Alter that I can actually smack on his face with. That will push you up and make you do a lot of damage that you can outrun anybody who comes in, because you're usually the person who calls out, or if you want to come in and help a friend and do a lot of damage, just try to work on a single target character. That's kind of what I've been doing. Like I have this Rin, she's at 55. She's the next character. I'm going to be pushing her to 65. Like all my resources, even the resources I'm getting with Esther, I'm not going to be using Esther. So I'm just going to use all her fragments and turn her fragments into parts, so I can actually feed and go after Rin. And also doing that is also going to allow me to go after Ophelia, who I actually want to be using as a tank. I'd rather have her at 65. So if I get parts of her, which she's up to 13 right now, we're gonna be building parts on her as well. I'm gonna be ignoring Celesta for now, because I just recently got her, and I just recently got. Come on, game, really? Is this a thing? This is a thing now. My apologies, the game actually froze. My first freeze in a while, actually. So I've actually, well, I was saying before, I was actually working on a few characters. You see my young Gleck, actually, I just got him, luckily, in SR, which I'm pretty happy about. He's maxed now. He's back, so I'm happy about that. And my Yuri is almost maxed, so I'm pretty happy about both of those things. And so what I'm working on from here is Rin. Getting Rin to 65. I might alter that depending on what happens if I get another SSR that is going to be pushing. I do have Esther, which is interesting, at 2. I'm not particularly thrilled with Esther, which is kind of like it just is what it is. I'm not thrilled with her. Like I wish my Ludmilla was getting pushed, but she just isn't. So it just is what it is when it comes to that. It's just how it happens. However, but my Yuri, as you can see, she only needs one more, and then I just need to level her as well. And I also got a dupe of Helena, which is extremely good, so I could push her to 45. And Yuri at 65, if I have her Grimoire, she's more useful. She'll be able to live longer than Helena, but Helena, if I get one more of her, there's like legit no reason not to use her, because Helena is like one of the best in the game right now. So yeah, so I need one more of her, hopefully. And we're going to summon this video, so we're going to see if that happens. And I need to get rid of them talking. Let's do that right now. Go 500. 500. Alright. Hopefully, if you do all of that, and then take advantage of all the free stuff that is in here. Like, it hurts my feelings when I see people say that they're struggling to get power and do anything in this game, because this game is really not a hard game. And I'm really doing my best to kind of like lead you properly to the areas that you really need to be doing stuff. Now, for those of you who want to spend, if you want to spend this game, my advice, and I did one test on it. My advice is do not do the $50 packs, because I don't believe in them. They're trash. I just don't. You see I did this one right here? Now what this does is you look at the top right, you can obtain the original or new hero at a fixed rate. What it's supposed to do, and what it does, and I did it because I sent a DM because somebody watched the stream last night and they suggest this, is it's going to pick most of the time a character you don't have as a new SR or SSR. If you have all the SRs, it's going to pick a SSR, which it did for me, and it picked Emoten for me and gave me Emoten because I didn't have him. and that's the person told me how these work. This is legit, because if you don't have a character that you want, you should probably do this. Like, if like I don't have the healer or Shihore, whatever the hell her name is, I don't have her. So later on, I'm gonna actually do this and see if these packs actually give me her. And if they give me her, these packs are legit. It's probably the best packs here out of all this, because it's gonna give you a character you don't have, which is just nice. Like that's nice. That's the way packs should always work. It doesn't always do it, but that it has a chance to actually do it. So this is probably the best thing in here to actually do, besides the level up pack. Like, that's legit. So that's just my suggestion for you guys. I would ignore everything else here and do these if you actually need a particular character. Alright, so let's go over here and knock this out. We got something to vent over there. Let's just get all of that. Alright, so now let's summon and wrap this up. I hope you guys understand. I just wanted to come back really quick. I usually don't do 2 videos in a day, but I really wanted to do this just to kind of like help people out. And this girl's pose, man. Like, how old is that girl? I gotta look at her day, because she's wow. That's all I can say. Just wow. Alright, so here I only really need Yuri. And they didn't give me any SSRs, so I got Casca and Mina. Kinda don't really need them. Okay, mileage reward, and we got tickets. I'm just gonna knock these out, see what happens. Why not, you know? That's a normal. Let's do that again. Another normal. The father in this game, the art on the father, you're like, damn, you're a father character? You just... Now, something lit can come out of here, but I did get an SSR from here before, even though it was one I didn't want, but like, you can't ever diss them, because you can. Even though I'm like, ain't there right now. They ain't ever would be like that. Alright, that's the SR. Terror Machine. Okay. Oh, we're out. So the last one was Terror Machine. Aglia, I want to do stuff with you. Not like that. Pause. I want to use you. Alright, what we got here? We got a Rin, nice. We got a Tez, which is also nice. We got a Gleck, which is whatever, a Colette, and F Jack. Okay. Nice. Okay. Definitely want to work out. Keep getting those Rin parts. You shut up about Gleck. Alright, so that's it. That's all I got for you guys this video. Be legendary tomorrow, I guess something a little bit different, so we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, but you're gonna just basically see 2 Overhit videos today. So peace and see you soon.